What's up, guys? Prince Sports here. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and all that other good stuff. All right. We just saw NBA action today. Good games went down, man. But I want to get down to the first game that I saw, which was Los Angeles Lakers versus Detroit Pistons. Easy win for the Lakers, right? No. Okay. Lakers was trailing for most of this game. They had like 1 or 2 point leads, but they couldn't keep hold of the lead, mostly all game long. LeBron James started out hot, and then he started to cool off in the fourth quarter. But dig this. LeBron James goes to the podium today, and, they're talking to him about the game. And this guy says, I quote, "I don't feel tired. I don't get tired." Okay, so if that's the case, then why didn't you close this game out when it was down by 4? Okay? 4 points ain't nothing. That's spoiled things to a giant, right? Okay? You should be able to come back from a 4-point lead. Instead, you go countless minutes without taking a single shot, letting the Detroit Pistons get back in the game, build the lead up, to a point where you're not even shooting the ball. You finally take a shot and look for your offensive game when the game's already blown out of proportion. Okay? So, you finish with a near triple-double, but when the team needed you most to close out the game, you were too cool for school to close the game out, which made no sense. Okay? That's the weird thing about this guy, man. He's on the podium laughing. They just lost, and he's on the podium laughing. I mean, I don't know what to make of that. I never seen guys laughing after they lose games. They usually just be like, we started out such and such. We get our rhythm back, blah blah blah. But he was laughing like, they just won the championship. Whatever. LeBron was on one today, man. I don't know what to do. What was he spoken or what the hell he was doing? But he had to know that he fucked up. Okay, dog, the game, you going up against the Detroit Pistons. Okay, there's nobody on that team could stop you from going to the basket. All right, you could have easily get your own layup, dunk, or an and one. That's 1 out of 3 things that would have happened. So all 3 of those things would have led to a victory for your team. Okay? Now, nobody was doubling teaming you. Excuse me. You had multiple opportunities to take the game over and look for your own shot. Okay? If you're not being doubled, you're getting the one-on-one, cook that man. Go out there and take it to the basket. Okay? Now, if you're getting triple team, you're getting double team, common sense says a guy's wide open, then that's when you pass the ball. So he dropped the ball on today's game, period. That was all on him. He dropped the ball. Okay? Success usually ends with your main superstar. And if you don't succeed, it loses with your main superstar. Okay? This is how much the game of basketball relies on their star players. Unlike any other sport. Okay, one player could lead a team to victory. He may not can't lead a team to a championship, but one player could lead a team to a win. One superstar could lead a team to the playoffs. Okay, if he's that good. And LeBron James have done some of these things already. So, well, what's the hold up, dog? Why you just give some of these games on the table like that for? This gives credence to the people to sit there and say, "Oh, this game is rigged. This is set up. He was paid to throw the game." No, he's been doing this for quite some time now. All right? And the Clippers, without 2 of their best players, still managed to get a W. So go figure with that. So this is what, I'm talking about. The Lakers still had at least one of their best players. Not Anthony Davis today, but they had LeBron James. You could still, you didn't need Anthony Davis to beat the Detroit Pistons. But it looks like you did. Now, I was taught great players or people that play sports in general don't give away games for free. They don't They don't make somebody win on purpose, you know, or not show up just because they don't feel like it, you know. But I guess I must be crazy or something because, you know, from what I heard, you know, well, guys in the past, they stat pad too. Yeah, I'm sure guys in the past stat padded before. And you know what? Those were the guys we weren't talking about as much. But most of the greats, most of the guys like a Larry Bird, a Magic Johnson, a Michael Jordan, they didn't care about stats, man. They flat out didn't care about stats. Their number one goal was winning. And you know what? Let's just entertain that for a minute and say, oh, you know, some of these guys were hitting stat patterns. Okay. If you think they were hitting stat patterns, guess what? They never showed it out in public. They never went out in interviews and put it blatant in your face that they were stat patterns, right? That's what we want to see from our superstar athletes. We want to see guys that actually go out there, give it their all, and looking to compete. You know, but I guess I must be from another planet because I was taught play hard and try to win every single game. You know, simple as that. You know, no days off. Go hard or go home. That's my attitude. I'm out.